No, don't step on my dog. Oh, I'm trying to cuddle up on my couch. I'm cold. I have the heater on really low because it was warmer today. So when I got home, I was gone all day. So when I got home, I didn't turn the heaters up. So now I'm cold. Plus, I was outside too, feeling around with stuff. Not gonna go there. Okay, so I wanted to talk about um, my procedures, biopsies, and I have multiple things going on. And I have a very rare disease. I've had it since, well, that I've known about it since 2013, which it almost killed me. And it's a kind of disease that it's so rare that like only a few hundred, in 2013, only a few hundred people on the earth were known to have it. I truly believe that more people have it that are aware of it. It can be very benign or it can become aggressive and it can be fatal. It can cause complications that can pretty much kill you, or it could just slowly attack your organs, which is anyway. So what it is, it's called mesenteric panniculitis, and how I found out I had it was I was trying to pass a kidney stone, and I did pass it. I was so thankful, and that's kind of a funny, miraculous story. That whole deal on that, but I won't go into that little side story. But they had done a cat. After that, I had my belly just felt like lead. It was so full, and it just felt heavy. So I went to the ER and they admitted me because I was in organ failure and I had ascites, fluid around all my organs and my abdomen, and um, heart and renal failure. And so they didn't really know what it. So they sent me to a heart doctor and general surgery, and this was take my gallbladder. But then they found out that on the CAT scans that I had what's called mesenteric panniculitis, which is a really weird, just kind of not known the origins. They don't know enough about it. They do have some methods to treat it, but if you have it progressively, it could lead to multiple surgeries. You could lose your colon, you could lose other organs, and it attacks you from within. It's horrible and ugly, or it can be benign. So when I had ascites, they admitted me, and they didn't understand why I had ascites, like, just out of the blue. I'm fine one day, the next day, if I hadn't gone in, I would have died. So, they're treating me for like a blood clot or something like that, and they just didn't know if it was like a heart disease. So I went to a heart specialist, did all these tests on me, and I don't have any heart disease other than like mild tricuspid regurgitation, which don't need medicine or anything for that. So, what it does is the mesentery is, people like don't really hear about that organ, but it's actually an organ, and the mesentery is like the filter for your gastrointestinal system, and it can affect the blood flow to that. And what it does is, if it starts, it can almost have like an autoimmune attack on your body as well. And I think that's what was going on when I had all this ascites stuff. I do have periods where I get infections, for no reason. But then they put me on a regime of steroids for several weeks. And tamoxifen, which is generally something they give you if you've had breast cancer. And I don't know why. I don't know why that particular drug. It's a radioactive drug, and I just don't. I just know that there's a protocol that when you have symptoms from this disease, because some people, they can identify it, but it's like dormant, like it's not really, might have a little bit of signs of it, but it doesn't really progress, and it kind of goes quiet, or it can become progressive. And then what happens is, they put you on this regime of steroids, and then you're supposed to take tamoxifen indefinitely. Well, I didn't want to take tamoxifen indefinitely, so I took the steroids and I took the tamoxifen for a while. And I got better, you know, and I didn't really have any problems. A couple times I've had to take a short period of steroids. So recently I've had a lump that was removed. That's benign. Then I had endoscopy, upper endoscopy and colonoscopy. So I'm still waiting on one test, what I was told. And then the stomach has some abnormalities, but nothing serious. But it's one of the things that it can attack is your stomach. The stomach lining is what, you know, that's why I'm having so much stomach pain. So my doctor took me off the anti-inflammatories, which is going to be hard on me because I need that for pain, you know. And so, but I'll have to take turmeric or, you know, natural things that help fight, you know, inflammation in the body. Anyway, so that's going to be rough. Anyways, so then in the colonoscopy, there is some hardening of the colon, a portion of the colon. And so that's kind of unfortunate because the last time I had a colonoscopy was a few years ago and it was completely normal, you know, and so I was really thankful because the CAT scan where I had issues with this disease was the mesentery and lymph nodes in the abdomen. So it hadn't really taken into my organs yet. I did have a big ulcer-looking mass on what appeared to be my colon. When they went in, this oncologist went in to do hysterectomy, and he went in. He said, "Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and use a different equipment." And you know, went through the belly button. He said, "I'll sew you up." But while I was in there, he took a picture of this mass. So then I went to a GI surgeon. This was back in 2019, and they did it was gone. I mean, it was just gone. I don't know. It said it could be systemic or, you know, something shows up and disappears. But at any rate, so this has happened recently in the last 3 years. I don't know, but I hadn't had a colonoscopy since 2016, so it could have been anywhere from then to now. All I know is that I do have a progression of this disease. So I would appreciate prayer because you know, it can attack. If it really starts taking into attacking your organs, I mean, I could lose my colon and end up with a colonoscopy bag. I don't want that, you know, and it can just attack your body and it can kill you, you know. I mean, it can go, I mean, it's just a weird disease. It can be benign or it can kill you, bottom line. And there's no treatment for it. There's no, I mean, it's just, we're talking 8 billion people on the planet, and currently there's only several hundred people on the earth that have it. So there's just no research done for rare diseases like that, you know. And so I'm in a group of this lady, so thankful for her because her daughter had it. She was very young, and I mean, she went through so many surgeries, so much pain, so much agony in all her organs, you know, just, there are people that die from it. So, you know, I just, anyways, so I'm just trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to go back on a round of steroids and go back on tamoxifen because, you know, you find one medicine that helps you, but then it attacks your body in another way, you know, and so, I can't take anti-inflammatories now because of, you know, the lining of my stomach damage, and, the portion of my I was having pain. Well, see, when I had my back surgery in 2021, my lower back, they replaced my disc, and they went through the front. And so I had this big knot in my stomach where they had a couple, 3 layers of tissue where they went in. So it's kind of a lump there, you know, and I just thought that that's why I was having pain, you know, in my, you know, this area. And it was because that's the area where this hardening. What it happens is kind of like your fat tissue is real soft, pliable, but then it's like your organs, you know, it becomes rigid and it hardens. Anyways, it's just please keep me in prayer. And then I'm waiting on this other biopsy. They said that they did, and there's some confusion with the documentation of that. The doctor was showing me this. He was like, "Yeah, they removed some polyps." He said In the one part of the report, it said remove some polyps from the location above, and then there was no location. There was like, he was like, can't make sense of this report. And then one of them said that they took, the lady, I know what she told me. She said she did the biopsy, they did biopsies, plural, of my esophagus. And I'm like, yeah, but what about my stomach? I don't have any pain in my esophagus that I know of, other than I'm hoarse sometimes. It's my stomach. But I guess if you have problems with your esophagus, it can cause problems with your stomach. But they's like, well, this is what we found in your stomach, and so I have an appointment at the end of this month, and it takes a couple weeks for that other biopsy to get back. So I think that's what they're waiting on. Anyways, but I don't like really expect anything malignant. I hope not. But there's 41% of people with this disease, this mesenteric petechiolitis, that has underlying malignancies. So, just kind of have to keep an eye on stuff. But there's 3 stages of this disease, and I'm in the 3rd stage. So that when they first identified it, it was, I think, stage 2, mesenteric petechiolitis, when they recognized it. And then if it starts doing certain things, then they label it as sclerosing mesenteritis, and that's where, one of the doctors had classified it. And so, anyways, then some doctors, like, they might go back and forth at like what stage you are, but it's attacking my colon, so I'm not happy about that. So hopefully it won't progress. So I told the doctor, I said, well, if I have to go back on tamoxifen, I will. I don't want it to progress, I know that. Ooh. Anyways, so there's that. So I'm gonna be uploading this video here pretty soon of the giveaway, Christmas giveaway. And if you are somebody who has heard of this condition called mesenteric petechiolitis or sclerosing mesenteritis, if you've heard about it, or if you know somebody that has it, there's a group on Facebook that you can join, because, hey, don't my coffee, because the people, it's really great, fantastic, that such a rare disease with so many few people out of 8 million people that have this, they're all in that group, because I think there's a doctor in the group. It's hard to find doctors that know anything about this condition, and they just don't. They miss things because they're not familiar with it, or the connection to it, or and the Mayo Clinic is the one that really treats the most severe cases, but it's hard to get in there. I mean, you have to really be severe before they'll even, and like, there's no trials, there's no studies, and so there's just not much they can do, other than there's a protocol when you're having symptoms, and that is prednisone and tamoxifen indefinitely, and then surgery if it starts affecting your colon, or the organs, and that's it. And hopefully it don't start killing your organs and kill you, But anyways, so I'm gonna be thankful for what I have that's healthy. I can see, I can hear, I can taste, I can smell. I'm still walking, even though I have this spine disease. You have to be thankful. Even when something's going wrong in your body, just be thankful. That's all I have to say. So I'm going to be uploading the giveaway thingy-majingy. Stay tuned.